What's up, gang? Case here with our in-gym Metcon for Saturday, December 12th. Revisiting an old open workout today from 2019. Open workout 19.1, which is a 15-minute AMRAP of 19 wall balls and a 19 calorie row. Let's talk about these wall balls first. First thing, on your setup, same as your squat stance. To this day, I'll still see people set their feet up wider or set their feet up more narrow when they come into this medicine ball. Make sure we're shoulder width. Also, make sure you can keep your weight distributed evenly through that foot throughout. One of the biggest issues I see on these wall balls is when people come down to this bottom position, they let their weight collapse onto the inside of their foot and towards their toe. You need to be able to keep those hips back, keep driving those knees out wide. If you want this to be a prescribed workout today, you need to be able to get that hip crease below your knee every time in the bottom. That's what they'll use for that open standard. That said, you should always only squat to the depth where you can keep good technique. So if you have the ability, get below parallel. Otherwise, get down to that depth where you can keep your chest up tall and your knees out wide. On those wall balls, next piece, make sure you're getting above that line with at least half the ball every time. That's what gives you a good rep. Remember, if you don't get it above the line, if you miss the wall, don't count that as a good rep. Just some other technique things to think about. When you catch the ball, keep it up here in this high shelf. A lot of times we get lazy on our squat essentially and we bring the ball down. If you'll keep this ball up on this high shelf, it might take a little more work through your chest and shoulders. It'll keep you in a better breathing position, a better squatting position, and it also gives you a better platform from which to throw that ball. Last thing, don't forget to breathe throughout. On wall balls, I like to breathe in as I come to the top. That way I get that big in-breath as that ball's out of my hands, and then as that ball's pushing me back to the bottom, that's when I'm breathing out. On your wall balls, pacing today, I would pick a weight and height that will allow you to get through those 19 every time in 3 sets or less. So if you're taking 4 or 5 sets to get up to 19 reps, that means that ball or that height is a bit too heavy for you. When you do break those sets up, try to front load. So my strategy is going to be 8, 7, that gives me 15, and then 4. Or actually, I'll probably go 8, 6, that'll get me to 14, and then 5. 8, 6, 5, excuse me. That'll be my strategy on those wall ball rounds today. After that, we've got our 19 calorie row. On row, your goal is to maintain a consistent calories per hour throughout. The way I want you to find that is by getting up to that pace that's slightly uncomfortable and then trying to stay there. Let's remember all the technique stuff we've worked on the past few weeks, keeping that back flat as we come in. So we're hinging at the hip. We're not rounding out at the back. So we keep that proud chest up tall. And then think about that oar being on a rail that goes straight in and out versus getting a bunch of up and down motion as we pull. That calories per hour pace is that second line down. For your first 5 minutes of the workout, I want you to stay very conservative on that pace. You need to come out at something, like I said, just slightly uncomfortable. Second 5 minutes is where you've really got to kick your intensity in. That's when your pace normally starts to fall off. And then once you get to your third 5 minutes of the workout today, last 5 minutes, your goal at that point is just to chip away 1 minute at a time. So once I hit minute 10, my only goal is to get to minute 11. And my only goal is to get to minute 12. Challenge yourself a little bit mentally at the end of this workout. Good row mechanics, squat to depth on that wall ball, get it above the line, whatever your target is. Make sure you choose a weight that's going to allow you to get through those 19 reps every time in 3 sets or less. Rounds and reps will be your score for today. Good luck on this workout, and we'll see you guys back on Monday.